Hello, everybody. Happy to be here with you. So, CM Starak, CM Nathelian, as always, with you. Today, we're here to talk about 1.5 highly anticipated update, to chat with the audience, to answer your questions. Sorry if we will be looking a bit exhausted. It's been a hard week for us, but we'll try to do our best to make you guys entertained today. So, I guess let's begin. Is the sound okay? Is the music loud enough? Like, can you hear me well? Is it all good? Please let me know. Okay. Just 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. If any issues arise, please let us know. Just give me a second. For some reason, the YouTube stream paused for me. I need to go back to the chat. Just a second. And there we go. There. All right. So let's begin with the general overview with the patch 1.5. That's been a very, very long anticipated update. We have been preparing it for quite a while. And we have been really, really working close with the community over this update. Actually, special thanks goes to Rivan and other all-mates who have been helping us a lot with the actual testing of the update and with the ideas for the update as well. Some of the builds, for example, for the companions have been proposed by Rivan and Toxic Bulb as well. So hope you guys are enjoying yourself. I hope you had the chance to try the update already. Nathelian will be showing the changes to the origins in the update. I guess let's start with one of them, just so we can demonstrate what's going on. They say you are muted. Nathelian is muted, they say. Can you say something? Do you guys hear him?
I should be.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Something. As always, the sound never works from the first time in our streams. That's just. That's always happening.
We just, I don't know, need some place to the Omnisayer.
Okay, now it
Now,
works.
now okay, they say. Thank you.
Praise the Omnissiah. Yeah. Our tech priest got his voice back. I can see one question already before the stream actually started. Is if this is going to be only for Rogue Trader or Dark Heresy as well. We will not be able to tell much about Dark Heresy, but we can answer some of your questions within the limits of what we can say, of course. So, back to the 1.5 update. This is a big milestone for the game in a way, because basically we were trying to make the game refreshed, more interesting to play. We wanted to bring up some of the options that sort of fell off when the patches and DLCs over these years were introduced. We wanted to touch the experience. I'll talk about that later, how that works, because there has been a lot of questions. And basically, we wanted to increase the variety of the gameplay for the players. And it includes the nerfs. Some of the people have already voiced their concern. I'm ready to answer the questions, and I will tell a little about how we came to these changes. And let's see. A bit more volume, they ask.
Me or for you?
I'm not sure. Jungle Main, do you mean me or Nathelian?
Or maybe the game sound and music?
Come Right, Stark, did you add an achievement for completing the game unfair? I'm afraid there has been no new achievements in this update. It's been like a big overhaul of many things, but not the achievements. And going forward, we have indeed discovered some issues with the achievements on GOG, and we will be looking at that. So I've seen the comments that some achievements from Lex Imperialis haven't been working on GOG, so we will be checking that out. Your game introduced me to the Warhammer universe. Thank you so much. Thank you for trying it out. And it was Abelard introducing you.
It's always him.
Okay. Yeah. So we're currently looking at the Astra. Sorry. Sore throat a bit. At the Astra Militarum Commander. The ideas behind the changes for this class, this archetype, sorry. Origin. Okay, I'm forgetting myself today. Yeah, it's been
We can do it.
So the idea is that the old version of the Astra Militarum Commander, a lot of bonuses it provided were pretty situational, you know. So they were either hard to set up or just weak, basically. And here we wanted to keep the focus on shooting and cover for them, but add a bit more emphasis on the sort of tactical and commanding side of the Astra Militarum legacy. And also to encourage using the iconic lasgun. So basically, we've added a lot of new abilities that interact with the lasguns or with the ranged gameplay. So I hope some of you already had the chance to check it up. I think I've seen some comments on Reddit already about it. You can show some of the skills if you want. So basically, you can see the perception bonus was replaced with fellowship bonus, and Medicae was replaced with coercion. Pronunciation is hard. So the regimental tactics ability, I think it's still there. Can you show it?
Yes, of course.
It's among the best.
Yes, it's there.
Yeah, so basically it no longer requires being adjacent to the commander and their allies, but instead it works on the enemies that were already attacked this turn by the commander or their allies, which makes it a lot more useful than before, where you had to actually be like in the middle of the battle, which you shouldn't really be as a commander. Then you have the suppression fire. Can you hover that, please? Now it applies not just to the commander, but also to their allies, and will now work on the enemies that were already attacked this turn by the commander or their allies. And also no longer requires adjacency. There was an ability called... Yeah, sorry?
Yeah, any other changes to the talents?
Yeah, there has been a talent called Timely Rescue. It's gone and was replaced by the Fixed Bayonets. It's a cool new talent that allows you to basically use your lasguns in melee, because you sort of attach the knife there and attack with it. And there was the Shoulder to Shoulder. To be honest, I don't remember what exactly it did, but it was replaced with Trench Warfare, which gives you plus 20% rate of fire in partial cover, and I think it was plus 40 in full cover. So I hope you can do the revenge for Kedia better these days. Can you share?
Huh? Yeah, changes looks like very narrative. I got some flashbacks from playing tabletop RPG with a lasgun, knife attached, and all this stuff.
Yeah, we've tried to do so that the Astra Militarum Commander plays more into its legacy rather than just like being like a soldier of the Astra Militarum. It's more into the commanding side, so it better fits now for example, the officer archetype. The questions. Yeah, the questions in the chat. Just give me a moment. Can you share any info on the mentioned brutal mode? There hasn't been actually much progress on that yet. It was more of an idea that has been floating in the air and proposed by some of the community members. We have been thinking about it. It's not sure we will be going in that direction, but maybe. But in general, the idea was that like if we ever add a new difficulty level, there could be some sort of limitations on either the stats or maybe the action mechanic to make it even harder and more like basically like the Honor mod in Baldur's Gate. So where they have the limitations to the action point mechanic. Maybe something like this. But like I said, it's pretty early now. The changes to the game itself and its difficulty have been pretty extensive. We've done a lot of balance pass over the items, over the vendors, over the experience. And we need to first sit and see how the changes fare. What people think of them, whether the actual archetypes are faring well in the new environment, whether the new items actually made the things better. So we'll see. If we feel we still need more changes or more like more challenge for the people, we will consider that. Hey Cormac, happy to see you. He's watching us.
That's always good to see you, mate. Also, I see the question in the chat if there are changes to other archetypes, I mean origins. We'll try to cover them now as well.
Yeah, we have 4 archetypes that have been changed. That's the Astra Militarum Commander, the Ministorum Priest, the Commissar, my favorite actually, and the Navy Officer. The rest 2 haven't been that far behind as these 4, but maybe we'll take a look at them in the future. I'm not sure at this moment.
Well, let's talk about the Commissar.
Yeah, let's go on. So basically, the Commissar was actually the archetype, the origin, sorry, I keep calling it archetype. The origin that I played in my own personal playthrough. And I can agree with the opinion that many people had before, that it was pretty underwhelming because his ability was, it wasn't really impactful, let's call it so. And I really miss the like, it's sad that I started it before these changes because these sound really fun. So basically the core mechanics for the Commissar now revolves around actually shooting the companions for giving them, if they survive, a major bonus, or if they don't survive, to the group. So basically, if you kill a companion by shooting him through the ability at all costs, I think it was the name, you basically get the massive boost to the stats of everybody else. And it also crits the Xenos, which I find hilarious myself.
Yeah, I think it's a very iconic ability, actually. I remember in a tabletop game, at least in early editions, the Commissar could kill a soldier in his regiment to boost the morale of all others.
Yeah, I believe it's pretty hilarious now. And there is also the new passive, which is called the iconic sidearm, which boosts the pistols in Commissar's hand a lot. So basically, for your pistol builds or double pistol builds, even it's a good choice now. So this origin actually now has a major impact on how you build your character. What if the companion is a Xenos that you shoot down? But well, you crit them automatically, as it should be.
A good reason to take some Xenos into your party.
Yeah, the Xenos must suffer. No offense to Iliad or Marzai, but 40k is 40k. So I'm just browsing through the questions quickly. Did you guys ever think about doing a bit of Wrath of the Righteous Mythic Path thing in Rogue Trader or future games? I think having sort of side quests for the paths was a very cool idea. The Chaos Path in RT has something like it, and I think it adds a bit of flavor. Technically, the conviction system is a bit like that. It's less advanced and less huge, probably, than the Mythic Path system, but it's still sort of like this over. I'm not sure how to call it correctly. Like the additional layer of game mechanics above the existing class. There's less of it in Rogue Trader than it was in Wrath of the Righteous, but Wrath was built on the foundation of Kingmaker, which had a lot of mechanics already complete, and we had the opportunity to simply like add more content on already existing mechanics. And for Rogue Trader, it was more or less doing it from scratch, so there's like 3 paths, not 10. So, is Starak the Owl and Nathilian the cat, or? That's a tough question. Are you the cat or the owl?
I think the owl.
The owl? Okay, I'm fine with being a cat.
So be it.
When is the Expanse released? Sorry, I can't really tell you that.
Not now.
I assume we'll need to start a new game to see all these changes. Not necessarily. Some of the changes only will come into play if you start a new game, such as, for example, the companion builds. They don't get replaced automatically unless you meet the companion already after the update. But most of them actually come into play right away. I want to start the game, but I can't pick a build, so many decisions. Yeah, I'm glad to see, and I'm hearing a lot of this feedback that the variety of builds should be improved with this. Let's see if there is any more questions and go on with the rest of the archetypes. The origins. I keep calling them archetypes.
I think I saw a question on YouTube. Please add more splinter cannons and shuriken catapults.
I think some weapons were actually added with this update. There has been like 30 weapons for the Eldari and Drukhari, and like 15 or something weapons and armors for the Space Marines. So, my personal favorite is that the visual effect for the shuriken cannon was reviewed. It actually looks large now and packs a punch. It's like slower, and the screen actually shakes now when you shoot. So it's like it's not the old small caliber for all shuriken weapons at the same time anymore. So it's actually a different visual for every type.
It looks great. I personally enjoy the Ulfar's new armor. It looks much more Fenrisian and iconic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. Are you planning to add more las guns and bolt pistols in the game? I'm not sure, because there is plenty of them. There has been some reshuffling of items, so maybe we added some during that. I'm not sure, because there has actually been a number of items that have been lost like originally at release, because like they were made but never used, or the character that they were supposed to be done for was deleted, or whatever, during the production. So some of those items made it back into the game in this update. There's not many of them, but there are some. So you may find something, but for the extensive list, I believe there are people in the community who have been tracking all the different items and things available. Yeah, you can check it out. I think Rivan had a table that did it. Toxic Bulb and the Russian community had the big extensive table of like all the assets in the game, so you should check that out. Will you make some more character scenes during the Sarah mission? For example, can you make it so that your romance partner identify you after switching bodies with Maeve? We've done like a lot of many expensive updates to Lex Imperialis content already. I'm not sure there will be more, maybe, but I wouldn't count on that because there has been like narrative or like review. There has been a lot of new reactivity added. There have been changes to some tone and answers, additional answers added already. There have been some cutscenes reviewed in the previous update. There has been the convictions for familiars in this update. It's pretty big. You have like 12 familiars having their visuals multiplied by 3 and receive new mechanical updates as well. So I'm sure we'll be actually able to get even more content afterwards. Will Rogue Trader have more DLCs after the last 2? We don't know yet. Everything is possible, but right now 2 are planned.
Also see a question. Do you guys have any suggestions on how should I start learning or relearning the talents? Since actually we've got an older version of the game available, so if you are deep into the game and you don't want to relearn and read all your abilities from the scratch, you can just switch to an old version to like end the playthrough and experience all the changes maybe in the next one. So if you are far into the game, that could be an option.
Yeah, I don't think the person there asked about this, but yeah, it's a good point that Nathalian mentioned. For those who have like problems respecting their characters, they don't want to. Like, I can absolutely relate if you're like 150 hours deep and you have a build that is already working for you and it's already set up. It's probably not comfortable to just rebuild everything from scratch unless you're into that kind of thing. So you can just switch back to the old beta and finish your playthrough. But then, as for learning about the new stuff, it's basically just start the game anew with one of the new, like renewed origins, I would suggest, because they allow for new options. They also can work with some of the new exotic weapons. We've actually added like 25 talents for the exotic weapons, such as arc rifles, the plasma, the Eldar and Drukhari weapons, the Webbers. And they work pretty well with some of the existing archetypes and origins. So you can figure that out and see how it works from the beginning of the game. What's with all the hidden in the chat? I have no idea. Why not all characters have reactions during Rogue Trader inventorization scene on Lethus? I think most of them do, but maybe a couple are excluded. Things like this happen. Thanks, Doctor Strange loves Bum. That's nice to hear. Hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing. Okay, last question before we continue with the updates. Will you update the co-op activities that one can do? I missed something so simple like see my wife and my ship as we play or short chit-chat with those characters. To be honest, I wouldn't count on any major changes, at least in Rogue Trader, because the system is like built more or less on top of the single-player campaign. That was the idea from the start, that it's more like a single-player experience that you can experience together. It's not built for like, it's not intended to provide the same type of experience to all party members. It's more like being able to share your playthrough with the friends. That's the way it's built. I understand that it's probably not as it's not for everybody, maybe. But actually, I played it like this with my friend, with him being the Rogue Trader, and actually enjoyed being this sort of like advisor to my friend while we were doing the playthrough, because he was making the choices and I was doing this. And the positive side of this is that there is no chaos during the playthrough, similar to what you can see during, for example, playing Baldur's Gate 3, because people are running in different directions doing their stuff, with you missing the conversations. This never happens in Rogue Trader. All right, so let's go for the next update, which is the Ministorum Priest, I believe. This is probably the origin that was considered the least effective among the others by the community. We've seen a lot of feedback. We've processed a lot of different suggestions how to go about it. So the problem with the Ministorum Priest before the update was that the bonuses it had were pretty situational or just pretty weak outright, especially when you compare them with stuff like the Psyker or the Arbitrator origin. So we've done a massive redesign for that origin, and the keystone, the new keystone, is the Unshakable Faith passive. That's the new ability that gives you additional willpower in combat. That's chaos from the other stats. The idea behind it was to give the willpower gameplay for non-Psyker characters. So this is sort of like a new playstyle through willpower, but not through the Psyker abilities. And there is this new resource called Zeal, which you receive when you start the combat, and then when you kill the enemies with the iconic weapons for the Ministorum Priests, and when you kill demons or Xenas. You had the accordion change in stats, so you had you now have the willpower and Lar Imperium as the bonus. I'm not sure what was there before that. The War Hymn is now considerably more effective, and you get the Zeal points when you use it as well. And you have the Litany of Purification that deals direct damage based on Zeal points. That should be really helpful. And it's important to note that because Urgente is basically a modified Ministorum Priest, she's inheriting all these changes. So she is a monster right now in terms of effectiveness. Still not as a monster as Executioner probably was before the nerfs, but she's very effective. Then you have the Litany of Hatred, which causes the weapons of the priest and their allies within 5-star radius to deal additional damage. The bonus actually is double against the Xenos and the Psykers and the demons. And the Shield of Faith is no more, was replaced with Tenets of Retribution, which had more damage and critical damage to boulders, and burn level from flamers and mallows.
Love the new titles.
And
I love the new titles.
Yeah.
Talents.
Yeah, the names are really, really nice. You also have the increased armor penetration for chain and power weapons for Flens and Faith, which stacks really well with Argenta because, as you know, the Sisters of Battle love the chain and power weapons as well. There is like a whole range of miniatures that use those weapons. And you gain additional wounds through the Emperor Protects talent, which allows you to be more tough. You can actually tank through the Ministorum Priest these days. Some questions in the chat meanwhile. Sorry, I was not looking for a moment. Odin the Pine asks, I know you can't reveal much about the next DLCs, but regarding their augments, can we expect a new layer of customization for every character or something more limited in scope like with the Overseer pets? The DLC 3 is introducing augmentations. I'm not sure I can reveal anything yet, but there will be like a pretty extensive system that spans across the whole game. So you will see like a lot of different kinds of augmentations, the different options for different characters. So that's probably all I can share at this moment, but it's going to be pretty extensive. Are there any plans for updating the modding tools? It would be great to make mods easier to install and have tools for adding new models, textures, and other visual assets. Mods are a tricky question. As you know, we are still in the progress of trying to get Steam Workshop back and running. There has been some legal issues there that have been spanning for over a year now. Unfortunately, they are moving, but really slowly. So there has been much progress recently, but there has been progress like across the whole time. We keep working on that, and we'll tell you if anything progresses in this one. Will we get to play other races in the game? As your rock trader, no. The rock traders can only be human, but for companions, we'll see. We haven't yet revealed anyone for the DLC 3 and 4. Maybe there will be more. And you can see in Dark Heresy, we already have the companions of exotic races, such as Kroot's companion and the Ogryn companion. Did you add any two-handed force weapons? I don't think many were added in this update, unless Nathilian, you remember any? I don't think there was any.
Don't remember any of them. It was more
probably
about
not.
Sinus and the Statutes gear.
Argenta's Hymn of Vehemence bolter was relying on Furious recital for increased rate of fire. What happens to it now? Haven't really checked what happened to that actual item. You can check it in the game and see, but many items were updated with the changes of the architects origins in mind. So hopefully that was changed as well. If it was not, I would send a bug report and highlight that to the team. Somebody asked that they missed the Commissar and the Astra Militarum commander. A quick rundown for those who just joined us. The Astra Militarum commander is built around las guns and shooting these days, and stacks better with the officers because it has officer abilities. And Commissar has new pistol capabilities and has this new mechanic where you can shoot your allies to give them a massive stat bonus.
And also this stream will be available as a record later on our channels, so if you missed something you can always just check and review it.
Will the DLC 3 and 4 be made in the same way as 1 and 2, meaning will it add more story and new companion who's going to be romanceable? There will be also narrative content, there will be also mechanical content, and there will be a companion in each. Not promising that all of them will be romanceable, we'll see. But there will be a companion. So basically, the general the structure of the DLCs will be the same, except maybe it will be more tilted towards the later chapters because the earlier chapters are so packed with content right now. So the idea is basically to introduce the companion more or less early, have reactivity for that companion for the existing content, and then put the most of the new like quests and stuff towards closer to the end of the game. But there will be some stuff in the middle of the game as well. The weapon description still says it's increased by number of enemies affected. Yes, please submit a bug. Probably that didn't account for the change. I'm not sure how that works at the moment, but probably not correctly.
We will investigate.
Somebody asks to take a look at the epilogues. There has been actually an extensive look at the epilogues in this update. A lot of contradictions, inconsistencies, characters suddenly coming back alive after being killed. A lot of that has been fixed. You can see the list in the patch notes. Congratulations on the content launch. Love that you guys could put in so much more into this game, and super excited for Dark Heresy.
Thank you.
Thank you, and happy that you're happy. That's what matters. really like what you've added with version 1.5. Congratulations for the whole team for all your hard work. Yeah, this is a good and important point. Big thanks to the team that worked on this update. It's really, really big work. When I've seen the scope of this update, I was shocked myself, because we, as the community managers, we often carry a lot of information to the development team about what you guys there in the community want, what you propose, which things you like or don't like, and the way the development team reacts on that is really amazing. They've been really like attentive to the problems that we show them, and they've done a lot of work to make you guys happy. Like let's clap for their their effort, because it's really been big.
There's a question. Oh, sorry, interrupted you. Is Dark Heresy also
go for it.
Is Dark Heresy also in Unity? Yes, but it will receive a lot of graphics improvements. You can already see it in videos and screenshots we posted, so the game will look much better while still made with Unity.
And you will be able to try it out yourself with the alpha if you buy the Founders Pack. The alpha is getting available in the middle of December 16th, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And you will be able to try it firsthand and see. Yeah, like Nath said, there has been an extensive rework of all the old models, and all the new models are much higher polygonal count. You can go to the Dark Heresy Steam and check out the big article about the graphical changes. There's like a lot of interesting technical details on how it all works and what got changed, what got improved. But the visuals have been like more sharp in Dark Heresy. Since Malice and Commissar received portraits in Act 3, will they be companions in future updates? We've heard a lot of requests for that, but we'll see. The portraits thing is not connected to that because the portraits were actually made based on the popular demands from the community. We've multiple times asked, like, which companions are your favorite, which NPCs, sorry, are your favorite, which ones you would like to see the portraits for. And there is a pretty universal list that was composed based on those requests, and these are the four that we thought were to receive it first, but maybe there will be more in the future.
Yeah, I personally enjoy the Clementia's portrait. I think the whole Berserion's family deserve portraits.
Yeah, she's really good, and she's a lot like Abelard, and I love that.
Connection.
Regarding Dark Heresy, can you share if the number of companions will be similar to Rogue Trader, or is it less more? I'm pretty sure it's comparable. I'm not sure about the that it's exactly the same, but it's more or less the same. So the ones you see on the key art are not all the companions. There will be more. Do you know what is the most picked companion in a party? I think we've posted the survey results at some point in the past. I think it can be found. I'm not sure I remember, but it's either Argenta or Cassie, I think. I remember Argenta being on the first place for a very long time, but in one of the last surveys, somebody got in front of her. Any plans for new archetypes and origins? In Dark Heresy, you will see new stuff. For Rogue Trader, we'll see. There are basically other aspects of the game that could use improvement first, but maybe there will be archetypes as well. Whew. Let's go for the Navy Officer, I guess.
Let's go.
So the Navy officer. This one is also a big change from what it was before, because we wanted to improve the synergy with the operative and warrior. Not like one of the reasons of that was of the Abelard, of our dear Abelard as well. And we wanted to boost or redesign some of the weakest abilities that were not really working out. And while the Astra Militarum in the new version favors ranged gameplay, we're trying to give the Navy officer more into, like, push him into melee or tank or support role. So that's why we've replaced the agility and the fellowship starting bonuses with toughness and perception. The demolition was traded for cruise and commerce for awareness. This should allow for better synergy with warriors and operatives. What was the reason for making the main ability of the Commissar the way it is now? You just shoot your own people on a regular basis. Partly because it's fun, partly because it's iconic, and it allows you to do some interesting gameplay that no other origin offers you. So this is basically high risk, high reward gameplay. Were there any companions characters that surprised you with how popular they were with the community? Not, I think we know the answer to that question.
Yeah, we didn't expect Abelard to be so popular.
Yeah.
He should be your your guard and your guide at the first steps as a rogue trader, but we never expected him to become a community meme. And his voice actor, he helped us a lot. Yeah,
Ian did a lot of really cool stuff there, and generally, like, big respect to Ian for both voicing the character and for how interactive and ready for, like, any sort of activity Ian is. That's a really cool thing. Thank you, Ian, if you're watching us now. Introduce them. Yeah, so let's continue. So what changed with the Navy officer? The brace for impact was reworked a bit. It works within 5 cells, not 3 as before. And it no longer requires the allies to remain in the zone to work. And it can also be used multiple times per combat because it recharges when somebody goes unconscious or when the Navy officer himself falls below 50%. Then you have the talent that was called Do Not Falter, which was removed, and it's replaced with Stentorian Voice that causes the enemies in the area of Brace of Impact to have minus weapon skill and ballistic skill for each archetype. And like archetype taken by the Navy officer, of course. And the Scatter is gone as well and was replaced by Evasive Maneuvers, which causes all allies gain plus dodge and do not provoke the attacks of opportunity, which is big. This is like a lot of mechanical use when you need to get out of dangerous spots. Perfect Timing is also gone and was replaced by Fleet Combat Training. And that's probably the other biggest thing, because it allows you to make a cheap attack after you do a successful Pyria crit. This will especially be noticeable on Abelard, I think, because he's doing a lot of Pyrias. A lot of people are using him as a Vanguard, I think, and he has been the go-to tank for many, so he will be pairing a lot. Will there be more voice acting in the next game? Yes, the Dark Heresy is fully voice acted. Yay!
Change, actually.
Also, they're... Yeah, sorry?
Yeah, a big change about the full voice acting.
Yeah. Why didn't the noble origin was overhauled? Lack of time budget. Well, budget is of course the constraint because there is only so much you can fit into a single patch. It was already pretty big, but generally the noble and the crime lord felt like they were less fallen behind than these four that were updated. Maybe at some point we'll review them as well, but they had more working bonuses already and. They didn't ask for the update that as much. Will Act 4 have more content? It's improved with the DLC, but it still feels empty. We'll try to, like I said before, push more content from the upcoming DLCs towards the end of the game. We see the sentiment that you guys feel that Act 4 is more empty now, that Act 2 is really packed with different stuff, so we will be trying to push them in that direction. Is there any plan to improve cargo UI? It tilts me so much to see some groups at more than 100%. The alternative is people going and personally like relaying rear agent stuff within the cargo, which we believe is not really a good gameplay. So that's the reason why it is more than 100%, and we don't want to encourage that kind of gameplay. Yeah, but to finish with the Navy officer, because I keep reading questions in between. So there is the Get Off Me thing. Now it was redesigned, and during the effect of Brace for Impact, the Navy officer melee attacks knock enemies prone if they fail an agility test. And the Navy officer also gain access to the Get Off Me ability that costs 0 AP, which will push enemies within 2 cell radius backwards. So this allows you to basically spread people around. And the Get into Cover will boost cover efficiency better, and the provided MP will scale with the toughness bonus of the Navy officer as well. So Ablarge is going to be even more of a beast now.
Okay. So I think we've covered all major changes in the Origins.
Yeah, mostly. I think you can, if you like, you may demonstrate some of the new changes by playing. I will be here to continue answer the questions. Sorry, guys. Like I said, my voice is a bit tired from the hard week, so sorry if I'm missing words or whatever.
Yeah, I think I will just run around a bit, and meanwhile, you can answer the questions in the chat. So what we've got here. Got 2 Cyber Mastiff pets in our party, and depending on the main character convention, the look of the familiar is changed as well. So you can look at Glato.
Or Glato.
Yeah.
Who's the good boy?
He is a good boy. And you can check the look of the Rogue Trader's Mastiff. And he's colored with purity seals. His armor is bright. So the look.
Oh yeah. The changes
differs.
for. Do you have any more pets on this save to demonstrate them? Because these are really cool.
I don't have any other pets in the current playthrough, but you can always check it by yourself. We also showed the new skins, familiar looks in our social media. You can check the art as well. Yeah,
they're pretty awesome looking, and there is also the new ability. Can you show it, please? The Doc himself has the new passive, I think.
Check.
That comes from Convictions. Should be somewhere among the features.
I think
it's
right of
Cyber
calibration. Maybe.
Probably. Nope, I don't think. I don't remember which one.
But I definitely see
probably
that.
the Cyber Bestial Frenzy looks like the icon for.
Yeah, and there's one more, I think, because when I switch between screens, I see 2 more talents. So it's Bestial Frenzy and something else.
Yes, Cyber Bestial Frenzy.
It's Brother in
It's
Arms.
important to. Oh, right. It's important to highlight that it only works for the Overseer Lord Captain, because only they can have the actual Conviction level 3, which is required for the pet. So it won't change the appearance of the companion familiars. Can we talk a bit about the archetype balance? You nerfed Blade Dancer and Executioner, which was well needed, but sadly didn't come around to buff weaker archetypes like Operative or Vanguard. I think Operative should be on the list for review next, because we hear a lot of complaints about it, and we, there is a power difference there, which probably should be addressed. But we will be taking a look on the feedback on the changes from this patch for now. Any hope to see another balance patch before DLC 3? Probably not. I don't think there will be any major updates before DLC 3, except maybe some hotfixes or some minor stuff. The next big update is DLC 3. With it, probably something else will come. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a small drink because
onward to victory.
It's just the throat is sore a bit. Okay, so for the changes to the Blade Dancer and the Operative, a lot of people have been complaining in the forums, on the Steam, about the nerfs. We expected it to a certain extent. That's understandable, and I can see how you can be annoyed if something that worked pretty well for you before and you enjoyed it was replaced. Why was it done? There are multiple reasons for that. Basically, let's talk about the game balance in general. Thing is that with the abundance of the new tools that you guys got over the years through the DLCs and the updates as well, because some of the DLCs introduced the content into the base game. For example, the Lex Imperialis has brought shields to everybody, and that's a big power boost because you give people a new defensive mechanic. There was also the experience inflation, basically, because with the DLCs, a lot of new locations, new zones were introduced. Also to the base game as well. There are new combats, new narrative elements that work even without the DLCs. So the curve of the experience progression has been broken, basically. And some of the build options also fell far behind when you look at the Arbitrator, when you look at the Blade Dancer, the Executioner. The Executioner actually, I think actually the point where we decided, okay, we can wait no longer, was when we were demonstrated 5 million damage a turn by Executioner. 5 freaking million damage.
It's huge.
5 million. I'm not joking. I've seen the screenshot. That was when we were like, all right, that's a problem. So we knew there was a problem before, but this was just beyond reasonable. Do we need to respec for the origin changes to apply? I think they are applied automatically, but it's always better to respec if you had any build that relied on your origin abilities. So back to the balance thing. So we know that tuning the balance in a single player game is tricky because while it's good for the long-term health of the game and for the designer vision of how it works, it always causes a lot of friction when you change something that far into the game's life cycle and so extensively. But we had really a lot of players voicing their concern that even on unfair, there is basically not enough challenge for. Well, basically, yeah, there isn't enough challenge, and that some builds are just so better than others that some of the options are simply not interesting to. They're not always even weak. They were often unfun, uninteresting. That was true for some of the origins that we replaced or reworked this time, because when you play the arbitrator, for example, with all the different branches you can do with the different options with different weapons, and you played, for example, the old Commissar that basically gave some minor stat benefits, and that's all. That's a different thing. So yeah, regarding the all the elements of the balance pass, we had this. So the first element was we redistributed a lot of items across the game. We rebalanced a lot of items, and same was done for the colony projects. So the progression should be a bit more stable and less, like, peaky like it was before. Some of the items that suddenly boosted the party were redistributed to be available a bit later. We tried to offer items for different kinds of weapons and kinds of builds more evenly, so we don't have to wait like until Act 4 to use a specific kind of weapon. For example, Pascal now starts with an arc rifle, which were, I think the good arc rifles were not available before maybe Kawagama, but maybe even further than that. Then there was the experience squish, which is basically every level requires a bit more experience to complete, increasingly so closer to the end of the game. And depending on the amount of content you go through in the game, so depending on decisions, depending on the DLCs you have turned on, you should end the game like 3 to 5 levels lower than you did before the update. This is done because we've seen a lot of cases where the player party was just considerably over-leveling the encounters, which made them trivial and, as a result, unfun in most cases. Can we expect at least a small additional nerf to Blade Dancer? Do you want us to draw in negative reviews or something? So what's going on the screen for now? Are you meeting Ulfar?
Yeah, we are going to free him. Waited for you to finish the current talk.
Yeah, it's a long one. Don't wait for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so to go back to that, for the Blade Dancer, you probably already heard about the nerfs. They aren't actually that hard as people portray them, because you basically don't have any nerfs for the damage. You have the nerfs for survivability, which means Kibela goes more towards the glass cannon than like as she was always intended to. The assassins, they're not supposed to survive for long. They're supposed to hit hard and either get back into cover and where they're safe, or die. That's the intended gameplay for them, and it was lacking with the amount of dodge they had. Right now, that will no longer be the case. So, and for the Executioner, the idea behind the change was mainly that, first of all, the numbers were really off from to begin with. We had to admit that and turn them down a little. That's achieved by the resistance checks for the dots. And there was this thing called Carnival of Misery, which pretty much turned your gameplay into I win, which wasn't really fun or interactive because it affected everybody on the field, regardless of the distance, regardless of the line of sight. Nothing was required, no setup, no preparation, nothing. You just clicked one button and won the encounters. While it can be fun for like 1 or 2 times to like feel your extensive power, it quickly gets boring. Even if the player does not fully recognize that at first, they simply feel the game got not too fun for them. They probably can't explain why sometimes, but this is one of those things that just trivialize the gameplay, remove the challenge from it, and we decided we don't want that uninteractive element anymore. One important thing about it, there was a mistake in the patch notes which said the new Carnival of Misery, which is a single target attack, was melee only. It is not. It works for the ranged weapons as well, but it's still a single target attack. Sorry about that. That was my mistake. It remained there from like one of the early iterations of this update. So it can work for ranged characters as well.
Maybe you can tell something about the Ulfar build changes if you remember some.
Yeah, sure. I'm not actually
details.
sure it's going to be updated for you in an existing playthrough. Please take a look if he still has the heavy armor on this one. Can you check?
Looking for it. He's got power armor proficiency.
Okay, so it was changed after all. So the whole thing about Ulfar was that he had multiple talents that either didn't work at all or didn't really stack with the rest of the talents. And thanks to Rivan, which proposed a lot of options how he could be built, there were 6 talents replaced, if I remember correctly. And that includes getting rid of heavy armor, which he can't use, and he has more useful arc militant talents that were not available to him before. I think he didn't have access to rapid fire before or something like that. To be honest, I don't really remember what exactly changed there, but I remember that it was 6 talents and he got rid of heavy armor. I also know that Urlon is no longer an expert in chain weapons he can't even use. Heinrichs traded defensive maneuvers for rigorous training, and Marzai had Elusive Shadow, Seize the Advantage, Bringer of Doom, and Lore Xenos replaced with Death Whisper, Lethality Hidens, Deadly Calculation, and Carouse. Whew. The names. Good thing I have this written down. I wouldn't be able to reproduce that without it.
Yeah, so if you enjoy Space Marines or Xenos in your party, it's a good time to check them and try new builds and new equipment. I will personally look for Ulfar's new armor, like I said before.
Ulfar should be a lot more deadly and survivable now. With all the new items and new talent changes, he should feel more like a Space Marine. By the way, Irliat has also gained a new talent. I don't remember the actual name, but it allows you to make an additional shot if you crit or something. Give me a moment. I'm gonna check that out. You should actually have her in the party. You can check it. She should receive it.
Let me check. So,
Yeah, just
how did you call it?
Let me see. That's called Path of the Outcast. It might be she didn't receive it because you already had her in the party by the time, but please check. Maybe a Suriani Outcast?
Yeah, I see. Path of the Outcast. When she kills a target with a single shot attack from ordinary weapon, yeah, additional attack. Sounds great.
Yeah, should make her a much better sniper. I feel empathy for the devs, like teachers with a class of unruly students, in a way. Just gonna read a few questions and see what I can answer. I am, for one, I'm grateful that I will no longer be one shot in a shard of Catan with Argenta. I'm not sure, to be honest. Argenta received even more power in this update. Yeah, a good sentence by Aspik Pardamo. The balance is very important even for a single player game because trivializing the game removes the feeling of accomplishment. Do the old talents from the reworked Origins still exist in the database, or have you deleted them entirely? We can't delete them because otherwise you would have a lot of errors when you load the game that had them before. So they are somewhere there in the database if you really need them for whatever reason. Will there be new unique origins for the main character? More unique answers related to his past? Maybe in some DLCs. Nothing I can share at this moment yet. Send my love to the Allcat team. Our Rock Trader and Pathfinder games are so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to level up ultra fast, so we can
go for it. I'm reading through questions meanwhile. Haven't bought this game yet, but have many hours in Wrath of the Righteous. Congrats for the great work, guys. You should. There is like a 55% discount on it right now. It has just received a major update that polishes most of the remaining issues it had, so it's a perfect time to start it. I think it's like 87% positive on Steam right now overall, and even more on recent, so people seem to be enjoying the game the way it is right now. Occasionally, I try to voice a balanced opinion, but I don't enjoy getting flamed. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Will there be a demo for the Expanse available in the next year? I'm afraid I can't share much about the Expanse yet. Please watch the social media for the Expanse and see. There will be more information coming on. I'm really excited to play the Expanse as well. Can you guys imagine that the 40K and the Expanse are actually probably my two favorite universes in my whole life? Imagine my excitement when I knew that I got to work with them. Even if I'm not like working directly much with the Expanse, I still get to touch it. How's the leveling going on? Maybe you can show some of the new talents to the team.
No, I'm trying to do it fast, so we are not stuck for long on the screen. So
maybe
basically,
something related to the new exotic weapons. You can show that.
let's see. I actually don't remember the title of the new talent.
Probably sort them by the ones that do damage, and see for look for arc rifles for the plasma. I actually love that the plasma cannons were reworked, and they pack even more punch now because of the talents, and they can be even bigger. So they have a bigger pattern of the explosion. Could it be that they're on the first archetype?
Well, I see Poetry of Pain. It looks like an exotic weapon feature, but it's for Drukhari, not for the Space Marine.
Question from Iskandor 64. I know that Alcat has a dislike of full respects, but have you ever considered allowing limited class swaps that fit their background? For example, Jai could be soldier, but can be a warrior or blade dancer. There is a solid opinion among the team that their archetypes, they're tied to their narrative backgrounds. That swap you're talking about, not only it's complicated in terms of giving you some sort of UI where you can change only that, but not to the rest. It's pretty complicated, and there are just some really strong opinions that their backgrounds, their archetypes, they sort of underline their legacy. So probably not. Probably not, unless you have toy box, which you can use for doing stuff like that. Rivan says it's in the common talents, by the way, for all the new ones.
He's watching us
What
as
about?
well.
Yeah. Hi, by the way. Thanks
Hello.
for all the help with this update. Rivan was the big guy of this update. He has been running around doing all this, all the checks, all the testing. He has been trying the update out for 3 weeks before it actually released, and did a lot of priceless feedback. Thanks a lot for doing it for us. It's been really helpful.
And be heard.
Let's check how far the Blade Dancer nerf actually nerfed Kibela.
Yeah,
Since we've got
check
her in our party as well.
The backgrounds, archetypes are supposed to matter a lot for narrative. Is there any plan to add more reactivity in future DLC updates to Rogue Trader Origins or archetypes? Maybe. We'll see. Reactivity is one of those things that is mostly loved by people the most, but it's also one of the most expensive and difficult things to add. Because not only you have to figure out where actually to add it, but there's the whole chain of people involved in this this change that looks minor from the first glance.
Marching ahead.
I'd be happy with level 1 archetype specs, even if I can change them their tier 1 or tier 2. Maybe one day, but we'll see. Yeah, my throat begins to kill me. Sorry.
Where should we go now? To the arena or to the pit?
Arena. We need to fight.
Onward to victory.
dogs are barking.
Do you guys maybe have any more other questions? Feel free to ask them. Yeah, and it's always exciting to see how people are showing their excitement about the game and telling us how they were first introduced to Warhammer with our game. It's really heartwarming, guys. Thank you for this. Really happy to see you got to experience this amazing universe as well.
Actually, we can't enter the arena now. We need to do something.
Then we go to the pits. Is it likely we will see Operative, Assassin, and Vanguard brought in line with the other archetypes? While the others are damn powerful, it's quite clear these guys were decisioned. What does that word even mean? For different pace of game. Like I said, we'll probably look at Operative. I'm not sure the rest really need that much of an update, but we'll see. Like, the game still has a lot of its life cycle left, so there will probably be more changes. There will be more surveys where we ask what you guys like, which archetypes you're using, and all that. We will actually do a big survey after this update, like in a couple of weeks, maybe, or 3 weeks. So we will get to play it and then tell us how you like it, and we will be planning our next steps with it. It was designed. Okay.
Check, we've got the new Commissar's portrait. Right
Right. You can see the Commissar. Like somebody said in the comments, now I understand why everybody believes him. Is it intended that Commissar should one-shot Abelard for minor damage buff, or is there a scaling problem? More or less, we've heard that some people think shooting your companions gets too painful, but we are not sure we want to change that because it's fun. Like, Arc Rifle Operative is a massive step towards making them good. Yeah, you can try that out. There hasn't been any direct buffs to the other archetypes, but you can check them out in combination with some of the new talents, some of the new items you get, so that may work. There could be a CRPG named Alcat Survey. Yeah, the Alcat surveys are always epic. We always ask you guys a lot, and we're really grateful that you're so eager to answer them, because there's like tens of thousands of people answering the surveys despite the size. The last one, the DLC of your dreams, I think it was like 35,000 people answering. That's mind-blowing.
And the big community survey for all our games, and not only our games, it has a lot of answers as well, more than 25,000.
Yeah, they're like multiple tens of thousands each, so the data is pretty reliable thanks to that. Somebody already says, no, keep it. Commissar is made to shoot his own people dead. Rivan says you to press N to fix body formation. It burns his eyes. I get what he means.
I'll go like that.
Let's seize the moment.
Sorry, didn't want to burn your eyes.
Will Dark Heresy be built around the same mechanics as Rogue Trader in terms of origins, archetypes, etc.? As a basement, I think you can expect a similar amount of change as from Kingmaker to Wrath of the Righteous. So something will remain as is, something will be changed, something will be removed and replaced with something else. For example, you may have probably seen in the trailers that there is the system of shooting the specific body parts, like you had in the tabletop version of the game of Rogue Trader as well, but it was not implemented in Rogue Trader. But in Dark Heresy, you can actually have some weapons like sniper rifles or other like precise weapons actually choose which part of the body they shoot at, and inflict traumas to that part of the body. Will you reduce the amount of talents or make it more streamlined and faster, easier to level in Dark Heresy? Yes, there is a major rework of how the talents are organized. I'm not ready to talk about that in detail, but I think you guys will like it more because it's really more organized. It's more like easier to comprehend. Let's go this way. Will we get some more gameplay reveals or other detailed info for Dark Heresy soon, or is that safe for closer to alpha release? There will be some bits and pieces. There will be articles about some of the companions, about the systems in the game. So stay tuned. We'll show that around. What Stark doesn't say is that there will be a new mechanic to sit on Anton Zerba's knees. I wouldn't expect that.
Should I divine our next step?
So, let's see.
Being able to...
I think we need to save someone else here. Need to find Pascal on the streets.
Marching ahead.
I'll just quick runaway for like 1 minute. I'll be right back. Just keep the people entertained.
Actually, I love the Gamora as a place. It's really atmospheric, dark, and it represents good the way the Dark Eldars see the world. But each time I'm here, I'm getting lost. Like I'm the first time here. Going to run around a bit, looking for some fight to test Ulfar, and maybe we will find Pascal somewhere on these streets. Irene is still unavailable, so let's investigate further.
Venture forth.
Unfortunately, I can't see the Twitch chat right now, only the YouTube, so if you posted some question in the Twitch chat, please wait for Stark to return.
Onward to victory.
And we found Pascal.
Coming back to.
Welcome back. We just found Pascal.
While I was away, they were quick to commit heresy. Because they think you don't see the chat. But you do.
No heresy. Oh, come on, Pascal, get up. We need you.
Is it me, or did you guys improve the movement animation? Looks much better. It used to be running animation from Wrath of the Righteous, looked better despite being a much older game. I don't think there was much change to Rogue Trader, but in Dark Heresy, there's, like we said before, a number of graphical upgrades. I think that includes animation as well.
Yeah, I remember there was a lot of work to fix the Ulfar's movement because, well, he's huge. and he had some problems while moving around the location. But
yeah,
now,
and 1.5 as well.
None are better at searching. I do what I
Entertaining the
must.
people by rage baiting Rivan with the terrible part information. Malice Companion and Roman Swan. These people will romance anything you give them. Yeah, somebody already wants to romance a Night Lord in the comments.
yeah, I saw comments about please give us romanceable Night Lord companion, like from the minute we announced Dark Heresy.
Will there be stealth in Dark Heresy? I'm not sure there was any special mechanics for that, but I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. Maybe there is something. Sorry if I'm making you. Sorry if I'm giving you false information. Let's go this way.
Never expected it would be so hard to find someone to fight with on the streets of Camorra.
Rewind says the executioner nerves are on the noticeable versus Necrons. There was another thing, I'm not sure if it's actually in the patch note, but I think it should be. The Necrons, at some point, like in patch 1.1 or 1.2, they were, for some reason, classified as being susceptible to bleeds, and they could bleed. And it probably I'm not sure which ones they were supposed to be immune to beyond bleeds, but bleeds for sure. Right now they will be immune to bleed, and I think fire as well, but I may be mistaken with that. Have to double check that.
Stay sharp.
What torments you?
Will we have permanent access to the Dark Heresy Alpha like Baldur's Gate 3, or will be time limited? There is no plan to do any time limit beyond what's reasonable. I mean, when the beta is launched, Alpha will shut down because there is no more any point in that, because beta is what Alpha is and more. Other than that, we don't plan any time limits or whatever.
Look, a worthy
He wants for
opponent.
more executioners.
At last.
Oh, a worthy opponent, yeah. Let's see what you can do that. There. Will the iconoclast, dogmatic, heretic alignments be present in Dark Heresy? Nope. There will be another system, which is basically radical and what was the name? Athelian saved me. What was the other name?
I don't.
Puritan and radical axis, and there will be stuff revolving around that theme.
This tedium is beneath me. If I must.
This enemy can actually one-shot Ulfar and Unfair, as Nathelian forgot to pick Ulfar's pretty mean helm. Yeah, Puritan and radical. Yeah, that's the one.
I want it the hard way.
Understand your intent.
Let's see.
It doesn't look like there is much trouble. He's already half dead.
Yeah, I want to try Ulfa, but he's a bit slow. So we have to wait for him to join the battle.
Hope you guys also noticed a lot of new icons. It's much better now. I remember when the game launched, it was literally like just a few of them, and a lot of abilities were just letters. and it's no longer. Oh, looks like Ulfar is not going to survive that. Is he?
Yeah, he did survive, but he took some serious damage. I think I took some talents to boost him while he's on low hit points. Something about the wounded hero, I think. Oh, come on.
Do you guys? Oh. Did he snatch at the turn or something?
What?
I
Or
think
did he try to get away?
acted during the Pascal's turn and then
Yeah.
in his own way.
Shame. Okay, so do you guys plan to bring the graphical improvements from Dark Heresy over to Rogue Trader, the ones that are possible? I'm afraid that's not
Let's see
possible.
what you can do.
It's really, really big and engine change inside. Like, it's massive overhaul how it works internally. It won't work backwards as much as we want to. Well, technically it's possible, but it's like making half of the game again. We made Space Marine more survivable. Look at how improved they are. And then, then this happens.
As honorable
He just took an unlucky critical hit. But look,
Yeah, he actually
he's not
actually
lying.
tanked like 3 attacks, 3 turns of
better
attack.
heart next
This guy.
time.
Ooh.
He's not
Well,
fallen. He's just kneeled to continue the battle.
If this is my
Not survive that actually.
may my blood be a worthy
How many
sacrifice.
attacks this guy have?
Oh, I believe he.
2 hit points.
I shall not.
I believe he do a lot of attacks while
The shadows
we bring him to a certain amount of hit points.
Are there any plans for something like Revor, find me a heretic mode? Basically something to start small combat instances at will for fun. This sounds like the Endless Dungeon kind of DLC. We've tried that twice with Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous. Both times the reception was pretty mediocre. We're not sure we will ever try that again, but we'll see. Could you guys make the Commissar new talent deal 200% extra damage against Marzai? It's already doing crits. I think that's enough. Dev's showing off the new update by showing how the Blade Dancer was nerfed. Strong.
Look,
Built in
Blade
now for the
Dancer,
voice. Dark Heresy reduced the amount of text and lines compared to Rogue Trader. I've seen the basically the what's going to become alpha. I wouldn't notice much difference. Basically, it's just more expensive. Please don't, no standalone dungeon expansions. Yeah, we don't really plan
Onward to victory.
for any more of those. Like we've learned our lessons, and we generally see what the players are willing more. So we'll try to work in this direction.
Veins in their duty.
So to talk a bit, what else is remaining?
Seize the moment.
So I'm on the new stuff. There's also the feature to hide the equipment. The menu for visuals has been expanded a bit. You can demonstrate it a little. On character screen, you can actually turn off more equipment parts these days.
you mean the equipment screen?
Yeah, the equipment screen where you can like hide things separately. You can show it off a little. I think before that it was only possible to hide like backpacks and helmets. I think. No, the button on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, and now we can
but now
backpack, helmet,
the guy's
gloves,
outfit,
boots.
gloves, boots, and armor. Yeah. So you sort of like your visual appearance can now be changed depending on what you want.
And you can run the iconic starting look of your Origins armor while using some better equipment.
I think they meant something like an arena for testing builds, not to end this dungeons with heretic and stuff. If that's what you want, you just pick any red warp route and go there, you know? It's not like it's hard to do. Did Allcat ever ponder an idea of making tools for users to create their own modules, campaigns like in Neverwinter Nights? There is two complicated things here because first, it's pretty technically complicated and expensive. And second, there are some legal issues that are followed here. Oh, by the way, this is an important one. Get back Irlet on the screen. So if you guys maybe haven't noticed, I'm not sure it was actually in the patch notes, but it was buggering me that Eldari female armors were actually male armors had the male armor textures on them. So right now you can actually see she has a correct female guardian armor chest texture on her. So now it looks correctly. It has the diamond where it's supposed to be, like the soulstone and all that kind of stuff.
So I think that's really nice for everyone who are Eldar fans.
Yeah.
Like you.
Eldarfans.com. Yeah, we gave actually Ulit had them, but they were not really visible because the texture for the armor was male and it was basically hiding the shape. Can we expect new quests for trading factions once we reach a certain reputation level with them? Maybe, but I'm not sure. Somebody says we mentioned something about Nordboy. No, we never mentioned anything about Nordboy. How do you live as a Kibella after the update? Somebody asks. Pretty much as before.
As you could see, Ulfar didn't survive the attack of the Spain engine, and Kibella did, so I think she's fine. But anyway, just joking.
With the next two DLC, can you play them after finishing the game, or is it like the other two which happened during the main game? They are also during the main game. But similar to the first two, you should be able to start them in an existing playthrough. So basically turn them on and like load your save from Act 2 or Act 4, whatever, and go on. Do you think there will be more colonies for the colony management system in future DLCs? Maybe, I'm not sure.
Let's see if we can enter the arena right now. Or we still miss something.
Is there a roadmap somewhere where we can see the DLCs when they come out? You can actually check that out in the Season Pass on Steam. It has the dates. I think it's April to June for DLC 3 and something like November, December for the DLC 4. Nice to put a face to the Reddit posts, Mr. Rock. Yeah, that's me. probably a bit more exhausting than usual, but
as we said before, it was a tough week for the team.
yeah, it's been a lot of big reveals. Speaking of which, guys, make sure to check out the Rue Valley and Shadow of the Road new reveals that were just shown on the Galaxies. There has been like a new trailer for both of them, and they're really looking good. And the Rue Valley game is getting out in like less than a month, I think. I think it's November something.
November 11th, so it's like in
Yeah.
3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, the games are amazing. I tried both of them. You guys, if you love good RPGs with a cool narrative, you should try it out. And Shadow of the Road gives those XCOM vibes to me personally. It's probably it's not a CRPG; it's more a TRPG, but it's really fun. How do you guys celebrate reveals like that at Allcat? Do you have a party at the office? Yes, but we CMs always miss them because we are always sitting there in the social media at those points. That's the bad part of being a CM. We always envy our colleagues who are like celebrating, drinking, and eating cakes at the office, and we're like
Okay.
typing. Who should we blow for the amazing writing in Pathfinder games? There is a really big narrative team. It's not just Alexander Kamzalov. You may also know Olga Kellner, for example, and many other really cool people that have been popping up on these streams and stuff.
Venture
So,
forth.
if you guys want us to give our regards to any specific like narrative bits of Pathfinder or Rogue Trader, feel free to send them to me on Discord or on Reddit. I'm gonna happily pass them to the authors. Not all authors were like not all authors want to be revealed what they actually wrote, but they will be happy to learn that you guys love what they wrote. It's a tricky thing in general because when you're working as an narrative designer, there is a lot of feedback, both positive and negative, that's going on, and it can be overwhelming for the author that is not always ready for the wave of feedback they receive. And there have been, unfortunately, cases of some really negative stalking in the past, so that's why we don't reveal who writes what unless they want themselves. Yeah, Chris Avalon is a great guy. Just a small remark here, like don't overestimate the influence made on Wrath of the Righteous by him. He did his part, but it's not really his game. It's basically well, he did some stuff. Let's call it this way.
Do you remember what we need to do to open the Barina portal? Got lost here.
Certain Rivan can help you there. I'm afraid I haven't been really paying attention to what's happening on the screen there. I've been reading the questions. Will the next game in the Expanse universe have an RPG aspect with character customization? If you mean the Osiris Reborn, of course. You will be able to select your character, like select the face and all this stuff, and it's going to be much more advanced than what is allowed in Rogue Trader in terms of visuals. You can also choose between the Bellator, the Martian, and the Earther. And nope, you don't have the co-op in the Expanse. Sorry. We considered it at some point in the past, like in the early stages of development, but we realized this is too big of a jump in scope and in everything, and we didn't risk it. Will Dark Heresy have a narrator like Baldur's Gate 3? Nope, we don't plan any narrator, and it's not even because we don't want to spend like the money for the voiceover or whatever. It's because it's how the narrative team sees it. They believe it's it's one of the design routes how to deliver immersion, and our team believes the immersion is better delivered without the narrator. Just give the whole narrative team 4 hit kisses from us. I will. Will there be an upgrade feature for Dark Heresy on Steam later on to access special content? There might be some content that is Steam specific. I'm not sure how it will work yet, but the stuff that is on the website will probably remain only on the website.
I'm going to follow the advice in the chat and check the balcony.
Yeah, sure. Are we likely to see any more Rogue Trader portraits coming, or full portrait coverage for NPC? I don't care much for VA, but portraits definitely. There might be more. We'll try to cover more NPCs people love. We actually might launch a sort of voting who to go next. That will come in the nearest weeks or months. So keep an eye open for that. Give a shout out for the writer for writing Marzai and Heinrichs. That's Olga Kellner. You can see her on a lot of videos on Dark Heresy. She has been showing it on Warhammer Skulls. You can go back and watch the Warhammer Skulls footage. And she's the lead narrative designer on Dark Heresy right now. So you guys can be sure everything's going to be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, here's
Will Cog navigate terrain more easily than Ulfar does? Actually, Dark Heresy has a new system for climbing the cliffs, so to change the height, and generally we pay more attention to height. So that should be easier, yes. Characters can actually, you just click forward and then they just go through the cliff automatically. Might and Magic Calculator CRPG one. That's unlikely, but I actually found the Heroes of Might and Magic Golden Era really nice. You guys should check that out. What's the main critics behind the writing for Lex Imperialis that prompted you guys to change now in the 1.5? There has been some experiments with the tone of voice and with the way the Rogue Trader responses were written. It was a bit more maybe, I wouldn't say humorous, but more free, I guess, than the rest of the game, and that wasn't really received well. So many of these things were replaced to be a bit more in line with the rest of the game.
Thanks for the advice, by the way. I'm just tired and forgot about Marjai on the balcony, so now we can head to the arena at last.
I'd like to admit that for solid 3-4 months I assumed Stark's profile pic was some sort of a Hell Goblin until I realized it was a World of Warcraft Blood Elf. Correct? That was my Warcraft character on the role-playing servers in World of Warcraft. I used to play a lot of that. Somebody's laughing that Rivan is watching the gameplay and giving you advice all the time. Can we order a pizza to your office, but with the ironclad guarantee that only you two will get your hands on it? That will be complicated.
Now we'll have another chance to see the Ulfa fighting.
Reviews of the latest DLC often say it's shorter than promised. My question is, how does Alcat calculate the amount of content in the DLCs? I wouldn't say it's shorter. It's only shorter if you like run straight into it, especially if you're over leveled. Maybe it's slightly less than 15 hours, but not that much, especially now after the additional updates and stuff. The reason they say it's shorter because the first DLC was actually really it's bigger than it was supposed to be. It's heavily over budgeted, and basically that set really high standards for DLC 2 as well. So that's why people had the feeling the DLC 2 is shorter. It's not actually that shorter, it's just the first one's longer. And it will start balancing the game. Why unfair difficulty is so easy. Other plans to make the game actually challenging, at least on the highest difficulty. We've done a number of steps on this one to reduce some of the biggest offenders. And we will be looking at that more. We'll see for the precise way how we're gonna go about it. Like it was discussed before, there were propositions to add an even new difficulty level with additional limitations. That's one of possible options, but it hasn't been decided yet. It's more a proposition at this point.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
White Shadows was a labor of love for a good many people, so they spend a lot more time than it was intended, but it feels. Just because they felt they wanted to have that. How's the fight going, Nath? Are you winning, son?
I think so. Well, there's nothing really special happening right now. I'm still waiting for the Ulfa's turn.
Anything else?
Tried earlier its sniping shot, and she did pretty well.
Quiet whispers.
Yeah.
It's my toy, and I'm gonna control
The bit trade is so slow. It looks fine to me. Maybe it's something on your side, Sanjay.
Let's see what you can do.
Rivan says your hotbar is a mess. With copies of the same talents. Can we expect patches with new content before the new DLCs are released? There may be something in the patch that will complement the release of DLC 3, which will be like 1.6 or
As
something.
on our own day.
But not before that. I wouldn't expect that. How scaled back is the experience now, I wonder? By 3 to 5 levels by the end of the game. Not drastic.
Okay, so it's finally Ulfa's turn. Let's see what he's capable of.
Go Ulfar.
Can do this better than a warrior of the old.
I think he's like in a shooty build at the moment.
I'm not sure. I tried to pick some melee talents.
That's what happens when you just click something.
No, I tried to make narrative choices.
Was Lex Imperialis as successful as you guys hoped? Well, probably less so than we hoped, but it's still decent. Like, we probably would do some things differently if we were doing it anew, but it is what it is. People are enjoying it anyway.
Request approved Federation machine spirit. Setting target parameters protect community units.
Of how people are having an opposite reaction to the amount of levels the squish has removed. Someone is like, oh, thanks, nothing to worry about. The other is like, just 3 for levels, so still level 55 in Act 4. Well, we're actually getting close to the devoted time of our stream. Let's finish this battle and see if any more questions are here. I hope you guys are enjoying the 1.5. Maybe if you have any feedback or ideas, feel free to bring it in. We're always reading everything you guys are commenting on the social media. Again, somebody wants a Slith companion. That's like 5th time this stream. We'll see, but no promises.
Oh,
No.
he's really cool. Otherwise, he won't receive a special portrait.
Yeah. Well, just wanted to pop in and say that I love the writing in your games. Looking forward to both Dark Heresy and the Expanse. Happy to hear that.
Full creatures!
Okay, so I finished one sniper off and got another shot using this new talent.
You guys are evil for what they did with Maeve. Well, some things can be affected.
After all, 40k is a cruel universe.
Yeah. Sorcery comes at a price.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
How long is Dark Heresy compared to Rogue Trader? Slightly shorter, but hopefully there will be more. It's not like there will be probably a similar amount of choices, but they will be more rich and impactful. So like there will be more cases, for example, when the location is going to look different when you choose a different outcome, like completely different, and stuff like that. So we wanted to make it shorter but more replayable. That was the idea.
I will leave footprints.
We're doing what we can anonymously. Thank you. Says that. Sorry if I misgender. That she loves the proactive way Alcat engages with community and appreciates. We actually remember what community managers are important to the long-term life of games. We're trying. Thanks, Harder. Yeah, shorter but denser. It's a good description of what Dark Heresy should be.
Shooting as Sulfa. He don't have any good ranged weapon yet, but still.
Yeah, we should have probably come to Rivan and ask him to make a good build for Ulfar so we could show it off. I'm certain he can make a monster out of him. We're just bad at this game.
That's for sure. I just prefer, you know, the narrative way, not the mechanist way. So I think as a warrior of Fenris, Ulfa should be fully melee berserk, not some shooting tactician marine. But
Riva is trolling you. In the comments. I think when Alcat says shorter, I'm still under no illusion it will be longer than most other games out there. Just so we know, the official planned time for Rogue Trader is 80 hours. 80 hours, I'm not joking. It's like written in the documents that we should allow 8 hours gameplay.
They will expect this.
Yeah, and we also said that Wrath of the Righteous will be shorter than Kingmaker. Yeah.
I know what to do. I said, so done.
Curious to say is you and me are two elephants that carry the studio. That's flattering. But there is more people that do a lot more than us.
I think we are almost done with this fight. Only one sniper remaining. And he is most likely going down right now.
Okay, last few remaining questions. How many DLCs are you planning for Season 2? There's 2 DLCs. Third about Trazyn the Infinite, and fourth one about the Processional of the Damned. Sorry if I pronounced it incorrectly. The creepy space anomaly stuff. Like there is a system somewhere in Coronis Expanse where ships get thrown out of the warp, form like one giant space hulk or whatever, with a lot of anomalies and creepy things. Are there going to be DLCs for Dark Heresy? It's not decided at this point, but I would say it's likely. We usually do DLCs. Yes, there are new companions in the new DLCs. Roman Sybil Trazyn. Oh my god, man.
I don't see any new questions on YouTube, I think, except for Romanceville Trazyn.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
miss.
Kylie, you definitely should.
I really miss this legendary guy who wants a Warhammer Fantasy game. I think he should appear
not
on the
here?
stream. he should appear and post his comment. If you hear us, come next time.
199. 120.
No, the guy is absolute legend.
Okay, that's probably it. I think we should be done with it now. My ton barely works anymore after these 2 hours and after this long and heavy week. I wish you all guys a great weekend. I hope you have a lot of fun playing 1.5, and also feel free to check out all the other stuff we have. If you haven't played some of our games, go play them as well. If you haven't checked out the demos for Shadow of the Road, Rue Valley, Blind Descent, and other published games we do, check them. They're exciting as well. So that's okay. One last question: any plans for Black Crusade game in the future? No idea at this point, honestly. Let us finish Dark Heresy and we'll see. And goodbye, guys. Have fun.
Yeah.
And stay positive. Like Slander Gaming says, have an absolutely fantastic day.
Absolutely. And thanks for coming and staying and chatting with us. And at this point, I think I will turn the stream off so you won't see me hiring Marjai into my crew. This will remain under the cover. Okay, have a fantastic weekend. See y'all.
Very good.